So I've come out for a little bit of sunshine as I've been in all morning working on the workbook for Saturday's Quiet the Mind Full Immersion Day, and I wanted to enjoy, so I've come down by the River Tay as we live in Perthshire, and we're based in Dunkeld, which is in the woods and the forest, and it's absolutely one of the most peaceful, beautiful places to live. I feel so grateful. So what's quiet the mind all about? Well, if you have these looping patterns and your mind is always busy, and you just don't feel like you've got some peace, and you find it difficult to take time out to understand, why am I the way I am? Is this me? We identify with that person as, I'm not good enough, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And yet, even though we should be thinking differently, we find it very difficult to actually stop that repeating pattern. And a lot of the stuff that is driving these thoughts is actually fear. It's a fear of loss. It's a fear of failure. It's the fear of not fitting in. It's the fear of being judged. It's the fear of feeling deep emotions and thinking that we're not going to be able to handle it. And then from those fears that we pick up over our life, maybe we've picked them up when we were young, when we were children. Maybe we lived in an environment that meant that we couldn't be, outgoing. We had to be quiet, or we didn't feel safe. And so we picked up all these fears to protect ourselves. And that got imprinted on our nervous system. And no matter how much we think as adults now that we know we shouldn't be like that, we know we should this, I know I should be able to public speak. I know I shouldn't have an issue with putting myself forward or speaking my truth. And yet we just can't do it. And we can't do it because it's not to do with our thoughts anymore. Because over time, those thoughts imprint on our nervous system. They are how we hold our body, how we breathe. And there's nothing wrong with that. Our nervous system is there designed to protect ourselves. So we're not wrong. It's just that we've learned a way to survive that now as adults, isn't really helping us in any way. In fact, it's holding us back from moving forward in our lives. And what can happen, when we're younger, we don't really have the words to conceptualize how we're feeling. And a lot of the time we just kind of experience stuff. And let's say that, you haven't had a particularly bad childhood, but now you find yourself finding it really difficult to move forward, and you're stuck in this thinking pattern. And no matter what you try, you can't get out of it. So Saturday's day is all about helping you, one, take you out of that environment, put you into a beautiful, supportive space, safe space, and within that container, we have a day that is specifically designed to help you work through that, to uncover, those fears, to go underneath and go, okay, where is this coming from? And a lot of this work is shadow work, and we call it shadow work because it's hidden in the shadows. And sometimes we've got to go in and we've got to shine a light of awareness on these patterns. And it's a simple process, and it works. It really, really works. So our idea is designed to help you take through that. We have small groups. Usually it's around about 10 people, but it's a maximum of 12. We use ceremony, we use set and setting, we do 290 breathwork journeys. We do one in the morning. That one's going to have a look to see if we can uncover what are those fears that we actually have within, fears that really aren't relevant for our life today. We have an afternoon session which is working on subconscious mind reprogramming. So what we uncovered in the morning, in the afternoon, we're really going to start planting some new seeds within our subconscious that are going to grow into trust and abundance, and really starting to trust ourselves and being able to deal with those fears that we have. We have cacao. Both Mark and I work with energy. I'm a bioresonance practitioner, and in the afternoon session, everybody who's doing the breath work is also getting harmonized with our bioresonance devices. So that's just supportive and beautiful and lovely. We use aromatherapy and we use sound therapy as well. We also do at the end, we have a lot of time for reflection, and we have qigong and some movement at the end to start integrating and start to really fully embody the discoveries and changes and the shifts that we had through the day. So we've got a few spaces left. It starts at 10 o'clock. And if you are stuck and just can't get out of these patterns and you need support, Mark and I are here to support you do that. And we'd love to see you.